everyone, my name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a new recipe from Pampered Chef. It is a strawberry basil galette. Galette is a French dessert and it just means flat cake. And we're going to make that on our cast iron Sizzle skillet. This is going to come together super quick and easy. It's very, very basic and simple, and it comes out looking amazing. So if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button while you're here, and also go to theflipflopchef.com and click the button at the top of the page to join my recipe community. That's where you're going to find this recipe as well as a picture of the finished product. So be sure to go to that recipe community, and I look forward to seeing you there. I have a weekly giveaway every single Friday, so just look for the Flip Flop Friday post when you're in the group. Now, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna get our strawberries ready. We're gonna let them just sit with some sugar for just a few minutes, and then we're gonna put all of this together. So first of all, I wanna show you guys our quick slice. So I have our quick slice here. I have some strawberries that I've already removed the stems from, and I left a couple here just to show you. So I'm just gonna take a knife and remove the stems from these strawberries, and then we're gonna slice them all with our quick slice. The quick slice is a great tool for a variety of different fruits and vegetables, and you can put up to 4 hard-boiled eggs on our quick slice at the same time. So instead of slicing 1 egg at a time on an egg slicer, you can do 4 at a time on the quick slice. So I'm saving this little section of basil for a garnish for my finished product, so I'm going to set that aside so I don't accidentally use it. And I'm going to fill my quick slice here with strawberries, and then you just place this right on the top, and you can quickly and easily slice your fruits and vegetables. We're going to toss these in our large silicone prep bowl. This is a 3-cup size. It comes as a set of 3, so you're going to get a 1 cup, 2 cup, and a 3 cup, and they all have their own lids. So let's just do this a few more times really quickly. And while you're watching, if you see anything in the video that you would like to purchase, I would love the opportunity to be your consultant. As a consultant with Pampered Chef, I do earn commission on the products that I sell. And if you're enjoying my videos, if you learn cool tips and tricks from me that help you save time and money in your kitchen, I would love the opportunity to help you with your purchase. And I have lots of special offers in addition to the recipes that I mentioned earlier in my recipe community. So if you go to theflipflopchef.com, you're going to find access to so much amazing content. And there are also over 30 free downloadable cookbooks in my recipe community. So much great stuff for you guys there. All right, so we've got our strawberries. What we're going to do is we're going to add some sugar, cornstarch, basil, and lime juice to the strawberries. We're going to toss them just to let them coat, and then we're going to let them sit for 3 or 4 minutes. So we're going to do 3 tablespoons of sugar. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I'm using Pampered Chef's stackable measuring spoons for this. So 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of lime juice. I'm just using real lime in the bottle today, but if you have fresh limes, you could of course juice those if you prefer. I'm going to give this a little stir just to kind of get that sugar mixing together, the cornstarch. The juices in the sugar and the lime juice are going to help dissolve the sugar and the cornstarch pretty quickly. So we just kind of want to let this sit. I'm going to stir in the basil as well. So let's use our herb mill for the basil. Now I love using the herb mill for basil and parsley and cilantro. There's a weighted ball in here, and just toss that in there. I'm going to put a few basil leaves in, place this bottom piece back on. I like to give this a little bit of a shake. Make sure you're holding on to the top and the bottom so you don't throw this across your kitchen. And that just releases some more oils from those fresh herbs, and you get a little bit more flavor. So you're just going to sort of shake it a little bit to get those leaves to go into the mill, grind them up, and you see we have the basil in the bowl. So we have our strawberries, sugar, cornstarch, lime juice, and basil. I'm going to toss these. You want to be sure you're gentle with this because you don't want to damage those strawberries. While we let this sit for a few minutes, we're going to get our pie crust ready and we're going to cook this, or bake this rather, on our cast iron Sizzle skillet. If you haven't seen this yet, it's a beautiful piece, and it comes with a trivet for serving. So if you wanted to serve this hot, or serve food hot on here, this particular recipe, you want to let it cool on the skillet for about 20 minutes, but you can still serve it directly on this beautiful serving board. And the serving board could be used as a charcuterie board or a snack board. You could use this independently on its own, or you can use it with the Sizzle skillet. So the next time you make chicken fajitas or steak fajitas, and you want to keep them hot, you can serve it right here and place this on the trivet so it doesn't damage your countertops or your dinner table. So let's take a package of store-bought pie crust. You're going to want to let this sit out on the counter at room temperature for about 15 to 20 minutes so that it unrolls nicely. If you don't do that and you try to unroll this, it's going to break apart. So that step is really important. Most of these packages will tell you how you can defrost them quicker by putting them in the microwave with, I think, like 30% power, but just make sure you follow the directions because you don't want to melt or overcook your pie crust before you're even ready to use it. So we're going to place this right on our Sizzle skillet, and we're going to pour our strawberry mixture in the center of our pie crust. We're going to try to leave about 2 inches around the edges, and we're going to fold this up to get it ready to bake. Then we're going to have an egg wash that we brush over the crust. That gives it a shiny look rather than a crusty look. So if you ever wondered why you do that, that is why. I don't want to waste any of this juice. So, all right. So what we're going to do, let me rearrange this just a little bit here and sort of pile that in the middle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just fold this over, and you're going to pinch those pleats as you're folding, okay? So fold and pinch. I'm going to spread this out just a tiny bit more. Hang on. I want a little bit of it under the crust. All right, let's go this way before those juices escape over there. And don't worry, if it doesn't have to look like really pretty. The best thing is that it tastes good, right? Okay, so I'm going to slide this over for a second. We're going to take an egg. We don't have to separate the egg for this because we're going to use the whole egg, but I do want to show you our egg separator because this is super cool. This is the egg separator from Pampered Chef, and it is adjustable so that you can use it on narrow or wider bowls. So it just sits right on there, and I'll show you how to separate the egg if you needed to do that. And eggs separate best if they are room temperature, and they don't usually need much tapping or helping. If you tap on an egg separator when you're trying to separate the egg, you risk losing the yolk when you only want the egg white. And so you just pull up a little bit and gravity did the rest. We need the whole egg, so I'm just going to toss this in there. We're going to take our mini whipper. I'm going to whip this together. Just beat this nice and fluffy. And then we're going to take our silicone basting brush. I'm going to brush the edges of the crust. Oops. Move this around just a little bit so you can see. So take our silicone brush and just brush the egg wash on the crust. Then we're going to put a couple tablespoons of butter right on top of those strawberries, right in the middle. And sprinkle some finishing sugar, or you could just use regular sugar, it's up to you, whatever you have. So I've got 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to put that right on the top. And then we're going to take some finishing sugar, or sanding sugar. It's called different things, and I'm really bad about taking out the little filter. So I'm going to pour this in my hands and then sprinkle it on. So I like using finishing sugar because it shows up a little bit more than your typical white sugar. So we're going to sprinkle this on. There we go. And then I'm going to take a paper towel and just wipe up the little bit of egg wash that I dripped on the skillet. You don't have to do that, but I just like to I don't want it to burn on the skillet. Okay, so let's see. We are gonna bake this for 28 to 30 minutes in the oven at 425 degrees, or until the crust is golden brown around the edges. And you want the filling in the middle, so we want that butter to have been melted, which is not going to take long to do that. And you want it to kind of be bubbly from the butter. And you're going to let it cool for 20 minutes before you serve it. And then you can serve it with, you can garnish it with basil. So I kind of cut off a little bloom here, and then I can just kind of put this on there for a decoration. And then you want to serve this with ice cream or whipped cream. So I have some homemade whipped cream here, and this is going to be delicious. And I cannot wait for you guys to see the finished product. So make sure you go to theflipflopchef.com, click on the group button at the top to join the group. That's where you're going to access this recipe, thousands more, my weekly giveaway, and lots of free downloadable cookbooks. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That's all that I have for you today, but I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.